Hi everyone and welcome back to Retrospectreviews and July game pickups. So let's have a look at what games I found. Okay, before we get into the July game finds, I just wanted to mention a few things that I left out of the June game finds, and that was a stack of PS1 games that are in mint condition. So the first PS1 game in the stack is Toka 2 Touring Cars, in mint condition, manual and disc, almost like never used, which is like most all the games that I did pick up. Next one was Wing Over, once again, beautifully, not a mark on it. Then there was Tiger Shark, also again, beautiful condition. And then I got Air Combat, once again. It's like whoever owned these before they donated them kept them really in top condition. And the best find out of all those PS1 games was Magic the Gathering Battle Mage. Right, now let's get into the July pickups. And July is a great month for me because it's my birthday. And starting off, this was a lovely gift given to me by my wife. It is a ghost light from Pac-Man. Once you plug it in, it lights up, so you can have it as just a light that changes colours, or you can have it set to party mode where it changes colours to the beat of the music. Okay, and the other great present I got was from my mother, and that was a classic NES. She did buy me the Super NES for Christmas last year, and I did try to get this NES when it was first released, but they sold out really quickly in Australia like they did the rest of the world. So I was glad when they did a rerun, and I'm quite happy to have that. Okay, on to PC games. These ones I picked up brand new. I got a bit of a discount for my birthday, so I grabbed Albedo Collection. This is I suppose it's kind of a cross between Doom and a point-and-click adventure. So I've played a little bit of the first level. It's quite interesting. I'm hoping to get to it. I might try to do a live stream of this because it is a really excellent game. Also, I picked up the Adventures in Terror, which I'm assuming is also, because from what I've read, a click and point adventure game series. So I haven't tried that yet, but I will get around to that. And lastly, the other game I picked up from for my birthday was Taxi. This is a bit, it's a driving game. You play a taxi driver and you do fares and stuff. I haven't played it yet also, but I will get around to it, and it looks pretty awesome. Okay, this is more PC games. This one I just picked up. It looked like a bit of fun, and that is Tonka Raceway. I was actually surprised. I have put this into my modern Windows 10 PC. It kind of loads. It does have a few glitches, but it did let me edit some of the tracks and that. So yeah, I'll get back into that soon. Okay, PC big box games. I only picked up 2 this month, and that was Zoo Tycoon, the complete series. Unfortunately, I got home, didn't receive a little sticker in the corner that said only 1 disc, so I'm missing disc 2. But I see the loose discs of this game all the time, so I'm sure disc 2 will pop up somewhere down the track. And the other big box game I picked up was Age of Empires 2. The only thing missing out of this was the manual, but I did have a small box version, so I was able to take the manual out of that. So it was great to have that. Looking forward to trying to pick up the original Age of Empires and the 2 expansion packs. Right, okay, let's move on to what I picked up for the Wii and Wii U. So not a lot this month. I did pick up Scribblenauts Unlimited. That was a great find. Christine loves these games, and she was quite happy when I brought that home. Found this, I don't think they really knew what this was. I think I got it for a couple of bucks. They thought it was a cartoon or a DVD. So I was happy to find that. And speaking of cartoons or animation, recently I just picked up Toy Story Mania. The only thing missing is the 3D glasses, but you technically don't need them, and the paper 3D glasses are easy to make yourself or even pick up. I've seen them at party stores where you can buy them 5 for a couple of bucks. So that wasn't a bad find. Right, let's move on to Xbox. So I only picked up one game for the original Xbox and one game for the Xbox 360. So for the Xbox 360 I got Fighters Uncaged. This apparently you use it with the Kinect. I haven't played it yet because I only just picked that up at the time of this recording. And the Xbox game I picked up was Ninja Gaiden. It was only $1. It's a little scratched. I haven't tried it yet, so I've got another thing I've got to try with the Xbox, so I'll have to get that out and try this game and the other things. Speaking of them, the other thing I did get for the Xbox was 2 Xbox original remotes. Now, when I got my Xbox that I picked up, it did come with a sensor for the remotes, but I never got the remotes with them, so I just was really happy to come across the remotes. I found the first one and then I dug a bit deeper and found the second one. Unfortunately, there was no sensors to them, but like I said, I already had one, so I have to try those with the Xbox game I got. Let's move on to PlayStation stuff. The first thing I got was this PlayStation 2 for Buzz Jr. That's Ace Racers for the PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, the game is missing. I did get the buzzers, which I didn't need because I've got they pop up everywhere. I've got half a dozen of them, but I did want the box because if I do come across the game, it's nicer in the collection with the box. The box is a little bit damaged on the end, but in pretty good condition otherwise. The other thing I picked up for the PS2 was another PS2 cable. Once again, I have a few of these, but yeah, going by things that I've collected in the past, these will become rarer and rarer and people will be after them. So I'm keeping a small stack of those. The other thing I picked up was a PlayStation 2 game, Stuntman Ignition. I'm trying not to get too many PlayStation 2 games anymore. They're coming out of my ears now. But this looked interesting. I've never seen this one before, so I'm looking forward to playing this. It looks a little bit like Need for Speed, so yeah, I'm happy to give that a go. Next up, a couple of PSP games. I got Street Riders. No cover with this one, but the disc's in there, and I don't think I paid a lot for this. I think only a couple of dollars, so that wasn't too bad. And another game I only picked up at the time of this recording was the Simpsons game. I've seen a couple of these, but the cover's always damaged and there's either the manual missing. This one's got the manual, the disc looks pretty good. I haven't played this Simpsons game before, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. And lastly, for the PS3, I picked up today Sleeping Dogs. This looks like a kind of a Grand Theft Auto type thing. You're set in Hong Kong. You got to fight your way through the triad. I guess I don't know if you play a cop or you just play a normal criminal. Never heard of this game before, so I'm looking forward to finding out a bit more about this one. Picked up a few Amiga discs. These are just a collection of demo discs or shareware games. So I haven't gone through them all yet, so I picked them up. Also, just a couple of miscellaneous things. I got a Star Trek novel book for a couple of dollars. Never seen this one. I have a bit of a Star Trek collection, so this will go with those. And when I was out and about doing some thrifting, looking for some gaming stuff, I picked up a DVD writer. Looks brand new, got it for $5. I'd say somebody brought it and then didn't need it, or they moved on with a different machine. Just thought it'd be nice to keep because any of the stuff coming out today usually don't have CD-ROMs, and if you're a game collector, you might need some kind of CD-ROM to load up games. Okay people, we're getting close to the end of the video. Only got a couple of things to go. And this next item, if you remember my June pickup video, you would have seen that I picked up a couple of games for the Leapfrog Leapster 2, which I mentioned I don't actually have. Well, it wasn't long after that video was released, I did pick up a Leapster 2 handheld device for those games. And it works perfectly fine. It's a bit grubby, I need to clean it up, but it works perfectly fine. So I was happy to get that. Tried the games out, the games work brilliantly. Okay, last item, and probably one of my favourite finds, was this handheld mini arcade machine from the 1980s. It's by Bandai Electronics. It's a kind of a Donkey Kong knockoff. So instead of climbing up, leaping over barrels and rescuing your princess from Donkey Kong, you're actually climbing up vines or up a tower to rescue the princess from a vampire. So yeah, that was the best find. So far, works beautifully. Haven't had a problem with it. Well guys, that's the finds for July. In the comments down below, let me know what you found interesting of the stuff that I found, and also let me know what you guys find. I'm always interested to know and see what you guys pick up. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because it lets you know every time I upload a new video on a Friday. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And that's it for this week. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now. Oh no.